Hey there, Allie Harper here with this week's Monday Muster video, and today is National Parents as Teachers Day, which is celebrated on November 8th every year. And this is just a day to recognize the organizations that offer educational services to parents across the country and around the world so that they may be able to better support their children's learning and growth. It acknowledges the important role that parents play in the initial education of their child's life. Every child learns their first lessons at home, and this also goes for those children with medical complexities, cognitive delays, physical delays, whatnot. But this is a day to celebrate the indispensable role that parental involvement plays in a child's development and ability to realize their full potential. It was started by the Parents as Teachers National Center in St. Louis, Missouri, my home state. The organization declared the first Parents as Teachers Day in 2001. It was decided that that day would be celebrated by offering support to the community by spreading awareness about early childhood programs. It encourages parent-teacher organizations and parents to come together to support children in their educational and well-being endeavors. They offer educational services to parents of young children across the country. The concept of parents as teachers has been around since the 1970s in the state of Missouri, and from there it has grown to a nationwide program. The educators noted that children were beginning kindergarten with varying levels of school readiness, which of course impacted their classroom ability and their classroom performance. So research showed that greater parental involvement is just absolutely crucial to the child's development and ability to learn new skills, such as reading and writing, those basic core skills, right? So what does this have to do with families who have hydranencephaly, right? A lot of you are probably wondering this because, according to medical text, children with hydranencephaly are not able to learn, grow, and thrive, right? The condition is wrongfully deemed incompatible with life. Obviously, if a child is living to start kindergarten or preschool kindergarten or go into high school, their diagnosis cannot possibly be hydranencephaly, correct? No, that's not correct at all. So just really, really briefly, I'm going to make this video very short and sweet. There is so much hope for individuals who have a diagnosis with hydranencephaly, and this includes in the medical community. I highly, highly, highly encourage you, as soon as you have your child diagnosed with hydranencephaly, they all automatically qualify for your state's early intervention program. It is a federal program, federally mandated program. It's available in every single state, and the services are free to any family member who is from the age of birth to 3 who shows developmental delays. And children with hydranencephaly are globally delayed, so they would qualify in areas like speech language pathology, physical therapy, occupational therapy, and potentially other therapies. Some organizations cover things like HIPAA therapy, which is horse therapy, hydrotherapy, water therapy. We were even lucky that our occupational therapist was well versed in some alternative therapies like Reiki, craniosacral therapy, that kind of thing, which really helped brain progress as well. The important thing here to remember is that your child qualifies from birth to the age of 3 for these services. So please take full advantage of them. Whether you think that your child will benefit from them or not, trust me, they will. Do not listen to the doctors. They will benefit from the services. And in some cases, therapists are really quick to discharge children from services because they feel like they are not making the progress that they should be. But it's not always about progress. Sometimes it's about the regression that occurs when they're not receiving those services. And another thing about progress, oftentimes you qualify for services based upon like certain amount of hours per week, right? Or per hour per month. In that case, this goes back to that parents as teachers, right? You are responsible for your child's progress. You have to be consistent with following through on the exercises, the activities, all of those things that the therapist is doing with your child. You need to be actively participating when that therapist is there, so you can ask questions, you can learn what the process is for doing those range of motion exercises, or doing the hand exercises to help with grip and dexterity. Whatever those exercises might be from those therapists, you want to be doing those on a regular and consistent basis. As for us, we had a pretty strict routine, and that was just because that's who I am as an individual. And so we usually started the day with massage therapy, which I talked about before in a different video. We would start with that. We would have breakfast. We would do oral awakening exercises with the Z vibe before breakfast. I forgot to mention that. We'd have breakfast, and then we would have range of motion exercises, just to help work the gastrointestinal system. It would help with things like constipation and digestion, just to help work those legs and whatnot. Yeah, so, we went through our routine pretty much the same every day. It wasn't anything like overly strenuous, but it was just enough that the progress continued throughout the duration of Braden's life. And then after the age of 3, your child qualifies to transfer to the public school system, and they also qualify for those same types of services, but there is a difference. The difference here is that when they transition to the education system, those services are education-based, which means your child might not qualify for as much physical therapy to work on walking, for example, because they don't have to be able to walk to advance in their educational environment, right? But they might receive instead more speech language pathology services, or they might receive more occupational services, occupational therapy services, because those things are directly related to their learning. So that's just a little bit about the importance of parents as teachers, this Parents as Teachers Day. And as always, if you need additional assistance in advocating for your child's educational career, their educational services, please reach out to me. I'm Allie Harper. I'm the founder, chief family advocate, and executive director here at Global Hydranencephaly Foundation. And you can find my contact information on our website at www.ghf.life. Talk to you soon.